Hello, guys, and welcome to another amazing episode. My name is the Street Prophet. Today, we're going to talk about a story that I know it's going to touch your hearts, and I know it's going to be an amazing one. And all these stories, guys, are dedicated to you because you've been such an amazing audience. So don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like and share this video. Let other people know about it, and I know it's going to be an amazing journey with you guys because it's going to help us grow. So, guys, welcome. Today's story will happen in the southern part of Africa. I will not mention the name. And there was this beautiful woman. She was so beautiful, actually. And she was a true icon of fashion. She was a model. Yeah, she used to model for different companies. That means she was some sort of an influencer. And for the purpose of the video, we are going to call her Becky. Becky was a good model. She was so great to a point that she had to feature in an ad for an iPhone. And during one of those moments when she was just doing what she does best, she met a guy who was also a model in one of the modeling companies, and they fell in love. And the story was an amazing one. Becky and James were inseparable because it was one of those moments when you go for a gig, you meet a guy, you fall in love, just like that. And that is how she made the love of her life. Their relationship was amazing. They were in love. They did everything together, and they grew up to be one of those celebrity couples that everyone envies, everyone wants to be like, And James and Becky decided to take their relationship into another level. So in short, they got married. And during the wedding day, I'm telling you, people came from all over to see this celebrity couple getting married. And of course, people came with great compliments. They came with praises that were in increment. Everyone talked about them for so long. And they also received gifts from very prominent people. And of course, within few months, the wife got pregnant. Like any other couple, they were very excited about this pregnancy. They were very happy because they knew that whatever this kid would wish to have in life, they will provide. Because one, they were very rich. Two, they were famous. And three, they were popular in that society. People loved them, And they felt like this pregnancy would change their lives in so many different ways. And unfortunately, things didn't work the way they wanted. However, when the baby was born, they were horrified. Why? Because it was the most hideous, ill-looking, and unpleasant baby. Doctors and nurses were speechless. I don't know how to say this because I really want to be sensitive on this. The parents had to stop themselves from vomiting whenever they glimpsed their infant. Because the baby was not okay. Physically, the kid had impairments. As the years passed, the boy grew older and uglier. Eyes bulged out, the nose was deformed, and the skin was rotting around his mouth. He was hideous, and the parents had to hide him and confide him in his room. No neighbor, no relatives came to see him. Now you can imagine how that family had turned out to be. Because these are the family that people knew were beautiful, the family that people knew as successful, rich, one of those families that everyone would want to have. And then this had happened. Now, love had turned to disgust. The parents themselves, now they were starting to have issues between themselves because of this kid. It was bad. The boy caused a stain in the marriage. Daily the parents fought. Daily the parents argued. Daily the parents did not even sit down for a meal together. Now, love that was in their house had turned to a different thing. Now you can imagine this child, they kept cursing him every single day because they were asking themselves, why did we have such a monster in our midst? This hideous monster, why is he a son to us? You see, and this woman grew distant from both the father and also the son. Resentment grew in her heart. She became bitter. She just wanted to do something that would remove herself from that family. Her crazy mind started developing things. And when I talk things, I'm talking about murderous intentions. The father, as much as things were not so good in the family, the father felt something. As much as we have had a son who is a monster, he's still our son. So one sunny day, the father decided to take the family out on a picnic. And the mother was sad, of course. And her heart became acidic. She was so bitter, she was so angry because she felt like, what will people say when they see this son? And the father decided that they sit near a lake. Now, there are those hills, and on top of the hill, there's a lake. And then there's a cliff just beside. So it was such an amazing, it was a very beautiful place. And that's where the father decided that they're going to have that picnic. Now, everyone, because there are also some other guys and families on the same place having their own picnic. Everyone looked at the boy as if they were about to sneeze. Have you ever looked at someone who's about to sneeze? That kind of expression, that's how they were when they were looking at this boy, because he was hideous. But he's their son. Okay, so the picnic was okay because they sat down. The boy, before they even start eating the snacks that they carried, he told the mom, I need to pee. I need to go for a short call. And the mother pointed just near the cliff. He just told the son, okay, go there and help yourself. So the mother told him to go and pee over the side of the cliff because she didn't want to see. That is how much hateful she was. When he was close to the edge, his mother reached out and pushed him over the cliff. Yeah, she did that. The father was horrified, but they looked at each other in understanding.
Bruh.
That's how they were. They packed and drove home. The guilt was demanding. But the mother was like, it has already happened. And they had finally rid themselves of a monster and pain. And when they went home, the neighbors were asking, of course, where is your son? And they just said one thing. Our son visited a relative. And this story went for a very long time until it reached to a point, they simply told them, our son died after a very long illness because of the deformities. I would not know why they hated the boy that much or why they committed such an act. But let me tell you something. Most stories have a twist. And if your time has not yet reached, you are not going anywhere. Fortunately, this boy survived, but he broke his neck. and he survived actually. And when he fell at the bottom of the cliff, there was an old lady who was collecting firewoods to take back to her place. And this lady was partially blind, so she could not see properly. But she took the boy, carried him, and took him to her place. Anyway, so this young man, he was now old enough because he stayed with the woman for a while. The woman took care of him until he became better. And this young man now loved this old woman like a mother, because he found somebody who loved him without hating him or thinking about his physical deformities. And this woman became a mother. And you know, this young man is a good example of karma being a bad one, because the parents, they didn't know what was in store for them. I have one question to ask you guys, and comment down on the section, on the comment section below. And if it were you, what would you do? What would you do? The parents, they gave birth to you. You came out with deformities, and they pushed you over the cliff so that you just get out of existence. What would you do? Because this is a very good example of life taking twists and turns. When people push you towards your end, God opens another door to push you to an existence that you never even thought you'll have. And I want you guys to learn from this. As you tell me what you would have done if it were you, but I want you guys to tell me, if this is a different kind of direction, what would you take? Now, this young man was the unwritten letter in the parents' unopened mailbox. In short, what I mean is, one day, one time, this young man would prove something wrong to the parents who knew nothing about the existence of this boy. So guys, people pass through a lot of problems. People pass through pain. People pass through disastrous moments in their lives. But when your time has not yet reached, you will still survive no matter what. So when this young man passed through all that and he survived, I would really want to know what happened next. Because if we say that karma is a bad one, then we need to understand that whatever you do will come back and bite you in the behind. What you do to someone today, you never know about tomorrow. So guys, let's just be nice. But I still want to know, what would you do if it were you? Lakini mtoto wetu hayuko sawa.